When Conan was riding the subway, a bullet suddenly flew past over his head, shot straight into a passenger beside him. Kogoro hurried forward. Fortunately, the bullet only penetrated the arm and wasn't life-threatening. After briefly stopping the bleeding, they rushed directly out of the station. Through simple directional calculations, they quickly pinpointed the exact location from which the bullet was fired. Coincidentally, only one window was open in this building. As soon as Conan entered the room, he smelled a strong scent of gunpowder. He then used his mind to simulate the entire shooting process. The culprit had indeed shot the passenger from here. At this point, the police also made a discovery. It turned out that what hit the passenger was a pistol bullet. Moreover, this passenger was just an ordinary person who hadn't even had conflicts with anyone. The police speculated that the culprit had fired at someone in the room, and after the bullet passed through the person's body, it penetrated the train car's glass and coincidentally hit that passenger. So this passenger was merely collateral damage. Following this line of thinking, Conan discovered a long trail of drag marks in the hallway by the door. Following the drag marks, he also found a trail of bloodstains by the roadside. It seemed the room was empty earlier because the murderer had gone to dispose of the body. Soon they followed the blood trail and found a car. The car kept shaking, and there was a strong smell of gasoline around it. When they approached, they discovered there was actually a woman tied up inside, struggling constantly. It appeared the murderer wanted to blow up this car along with the woman. Sure enough, in a corner, the murderer struck a match and lit the gasoline on the ground. Fortunately, Kogoro moved quickly and successfully broke the window to pull the woman out before the car exploded. Even more fortunately, there were no bystander casualties from this explosion. Kogoro believed this woman was the person who had been shot at by the criminal in the room. But unexpectedly, she was just an ordinary passerby who had merely been shopping on the street when she was abducted into the car. The culprit's purpose was simply to use this explosion to interfere with the police investigation, making it easier to dispose of the body. At this point, Takagi realized that the culprit dragging a body around would certainly be conspicuous, so he must have hidden the body somewhere. And the only place in this city where one could reasonably hide a body was that warehouse. Indeed, at this moment, the culprit had already arrived at the warehouse with the body rolled up. He directly ambushed and knocked out a worker from behind. After changing into the worker's uniform, he brazenly used a cart to transport the body. And when the police arrived, only this cart remained parked by the river. Takagi thought the culprit had already escaped, but Kogoro realized that daring to park the cart in such a conspicuous spot meant the culprit definitely wanted the police to chase after him outside. He was actually still inside the warehouse. So was there any secluded place here where a body could be hidden? It turned out this warehouse had an abandoned basement, and the lock above showed obvious signs of being picked, so the culprit must be inside. Sure enough, in the basement, the culprit turned the body over, then pulled out a dagger. But suddenly he heard footsteps. The police had barged in with a child. Not far ahead, everyone noticed light flashing from around a corner, followed by several gunshots. When they went forward, they found a man lying on the ground, seriously injured, with the bullet-riddled corpse beside him. The man claimed the murderer had run off in the other direction. Soon, the police sent him off in an ambulance. But when he opened his eyes again, he was back in the basement. It turned out Conan had just smelled gasoline on him. He must have been responsible for the car explosion earlier. Hearing this, the man quickly protested that he had accidentally spilled gasoline while moving cargo, but no one believed him. Because 4